Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today I'm coming up with a kind of a different video. It's been kind of requested a few times, so you ask, I say. So make sure to mention down in the comments what tickers and video kind of videos you want, and I'll definitely go around and get them done. Let's jump right into it. So I'm not going to do 1 week perspectives, etc. It's more going to be comparison, right? We got two different ones, NIO and LI, in this video. I did two different videos, one on NIO and LI. You'll find them in the description below if you'd like to watch them. They're made as well in the same time, same day as this video has been done, just in a couple hours before. So, taking a quick look into the charts, you get to see that in purple here, this is LI comparison, and this is the NIO. And you get to see for the main part, they've been a little bit different per se, but some jumps similar to this one here. It has seen a jump, this one here, this one here. So it's been kind of comparison per se, but ever since the 2nd of November, right before the elections, the Chinese EV market jumped up quite nicely. And so right away, these became interlinked. They're not very much of a sympathy play per se, even though if one jumps, the other will. They become more interlinked. So for instance, you can't say one is sympathy, the other, they're more of sympathy together, but a lot of people would argue, hey, actually LI is sympathy of NIO because NIO has been there for longer. The funny thing about this one here is their comparison to Tesla, because previously, if you watch my earlier videos, you'll find me talking about NIO being very much close to this Tesla sympathy. Here in green, this is the Tesla one. You notice one thing here is that Tesla did not see massive jump past the election, but NIO and LI did, and those ones broke the kind of trend there. Tesla's been dropping ever since the 14th, really. This one here seems a little bit of a drop and then a massive jump. Tesla didn't, but LI did, and this kind of shows you a little bit of, you know, they're detaching away from Tesla and having their own kind of identity. Quite exciting for me. Let's take a look now into well, the Chinese market for EV. This article here on Business Insider first will show you the comparison. I'm going to be first comparing their models with one another. So perhaps I would say let's take a look into price points. All right, ES8, so NIO has three different kind of vehicles: EC6, ES8, and ES6. Now, what I've seen for their company LI Auto, they only have LI1, for instance, from what I've seen. I believe these are two exact same vehicles. That's what they have right now. Now the website is in Chinese, so right there, switch it to English. And what I'm going to be doing is comparing these two kind of models. So let's get right onto it. So the Smart ES8, this one goes around 580 kilometer range. And similarly, for the Ideal one, this one goes around 800 kilometer range. Now this is NEDC comprehensive cruise range, and this is the NEDC estimate with the 100 kilowatt battery pack. So it also says that this is the all new ES8 NECD estimate range, refers to the manufacturer's range estimate using ideal conditions according. So it looks like actually Ideal one surpasses that one around 580 kilometers. Next thing is 4.9 seconds for 0 to 100, and this one goes to 6.5. So this one has been a little bit slower, and I did compare it to Tesla in another video, but I don't think that's a massive comparison. But when you're talking about less than 2 seconds, still quite fast enough, or at least in my perspective, out on race. Next thing going on over probably be the 40.5 kilowatts, but it's very much of a comparable scenario here, so nothing much other than the price. That's very important. So the price going on, I tried to go on their website and find the price. I could have sworn it was actually there, and I did spend something like 20 minutes looking around their website with no success. I remember there was an order button. I cannot find it, but anyway, I'm sure it's somewhere there. Now the ES8 from Business Insider, this was reported, I believe, back in March. They said that ES8 is around $67,000. So I'll go with that one, $67,000. Now, if we go to Ideal, Ideal goes for 328,000 Chinese yen, and that's around 49,648, adjusted to US dollar fluctuation in the last few days. I'd say it's around 50,000 US dollars. So $14,000 less in a comparable price. All right, so LI gives you less choices, but a cheaper model with higher range. So far, that's one for LI. Now comes into an exciting comparison between deliveries, right? So that was 120 for ideal for the price point and range. So let's take a quick look. Ideally, I can go on and compare ES8 to the ideal one, but we are here as investors and we want to look at the wholesome picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go towards deliveries 4708 for this week. 4708 goes on to September and goes on around 34504 with ideal. So NIO gets the lead onto the overall. So that's 1-1. Next thing is I want to compare the other thing coming up. Well, we're not really interested. We want to compare in the same kind of model base. So we're only interested in the ES8 and ES6. Now the EC6 is more of an SUV, not more of a family one. Now the EC6 itself, I don't have exact numbers onto here. I mean, you see 3,210 for ES6 and 1,482 for ES8 and 16 for EC6. So not really comparison. So NIO wins for the month of September. Now another increase of around 300 vehicles for October for the total. So in October, LI has actually delivered around 3,692. Now this is one less than the September, or a little bit more than the September one, but in terms of increase month to month, it goes from 3504 to 3692, around 200 vehicles, falls just a little bit short to the 300 NIO, so I'll say it's comparable. I'm not going to give a point here or there. So far, equal. Now, one thing I want to compare. If you've seen the NIO vehicle, let's say the ES6, you get to recognize it's a little bit more of a compact SUV, right? It is not a family kind of SUV. And just because I'm actually recording, my computer's a little bit slower, but you get to see the point here as it loads. It's actually more of a compact SUV. It's not a family SUV. It looks completely different than, for instance, when you go on towards the ideal one. So, taking in comparison from, let's say, 5055, subtract the EC6, you get somewhere around, let's say, 4,200 for the sake of the argument. Math is a little bit off, but I'm giving estimates. If it gets closer, then I'll pull a calculator or something. 3692 versus 4,200. NIO is still very close in the lead, although let's take a look into cumulative. Cumulative is 63,343 with around something like 900 vehicles for EC6, so I'm not going to deduct that. So far, 21,852. What you get to see here is with these numbers, LIO is actually really catching up. They're really catching up with one single model. That is quite interesting for me because it's a hard one. So in growth, I would have to give it LI. In leading a number of deliveries, I would have it to give it to NIO. Now, in NIO, they don't give you a monthly kind of update on how many kind of retail stores is. This is why I give LI the growth factor. Check this out. 31 retail stores, 35 covering 30 cities, 41 covering 36 cities. Didn't mention this in my LI video, but that's why I think that LI deserves as well point for growth. Now we're at 2 and 2. This is a hassle. Alright, we can go on and compare towards their credit lines. And I know LI secured a really nice credit line, and so did NIO not long time ago. So that comes in comparable. There's actually funding for both and interest. One single thing, though, comes in my perspective that breaks this one apart is institutional buyers. Look at the volumes that are coming in on NIO. Massive, right? And then look at the volumes for LI. It's really 1. So that gives 3-2 on NIO lead. But here is a counter argument. Right? I'm not going to let you go with just one single-sided bullish. Taking a quick look into the charts here, and you get to see that NIO has actually been around for a lot longer. It's been around for, I would say, all the way since 2018. And just taking a quick look into, let's say, 10 years, 1 day perspective, this should basically give you a little bit of an insight to how far you can go back. So 10 years, one day, bam, 2018. LI has been around since I believe August this month, so it's not even been around 6 months or so. So institutional buyers usually tend to stay away from IPOs. They usually tend to move a little bit closer towards the ones that have put a mark into the market. They put a dent into the market. And that's why I think that NIO point goes to there. So far, 3-2 NIO. Both amazing, both long-term potential there. And you know what? In terms of putting your money, I don't see a massive kind of offset when you're comparing one to another. And I think they're both winners. But put down in the comments below why you think NIO or LI deserves a single point, an additional point for what they have, and I might update this video later on if I get enough responses. Drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, leave notifications on, and have a wonderful day.